Hello and welcome to Issues and Insights. I'm your host, Alina Rogers-Chesser. Today's guest is Radcliff Deputy Fire Marshal Tommy Crane. Thanks for being with us. Tell us a little about yourself.
Oh, well, I started at Radcliff. This year will be 19 years. So I've been there. The main job duties that I have are fire prevention, which includes stuff like this, public relations stuff. We have a fire inspection program where we go through and we inspect buildings and to make sure that they are safe for the public, and also we inspect some residential like apartment buildings and things. We will go to the schools primarily during the fall during Fire Prevention Week and Fire Prevention Month. We spend a lot of time at the schools trying to talk to the kids and interact with them. And then we're all firefighters at Radcliff, so I do get to be able to be a part of that, and some of the action there. But the main thing is trying to get information out to the public, and like I said, we try to be proactive and preventative in what we do, so that people, as much as it is cool to ride and drive the fire truck with the lights and siren, if we're doing that, then it means somebody's typically having a bad day, and so we want to try to prevent that as much as possible. So being proactive and things like that. So it's been a great career. I've learned a lot in it, and I've also been able to made a lot of good friends, and just have I think a good rapport with the community, and I enjoy getting out and being with people and seeing them and talking to them, and like I said, I learned something too. A lot of times researching things for others helps me be educated as well.
And that's the same, being here, we research stuff and that helps us learn. So we're going to talk a little bit about heat-related illness. Mm-hmm. And it's just in time because right now we're experiencing triple digits in some places. You expect that in late July and August. Do you think it's too early for that? Because for me, I wasn't prepared.
It's Kentucky. I mean, we can have 90-degree temperatures, into October, and it's but we've also had cool days in June. So that's obviously something we can't control, but we can be prepared in how we respond to it and how we react to it. So some of the things that we try to remind people is make sure you stay hydrated. And so you've got a bottle of water, and then also make sure you are protecting your skin. And the cool thing with all the new apps and stuff now is I've got one. I got a new phone, and one of the apps had where it actually tells you the best time to wear your sunscreen. Like between, it's like some days it may be like 10 to 4, some days it may be like 10 to 7. So it tells you. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, definitely protect yourself. From try to protect yourself from sunburns, and and treat them. I mean, because your skin is burned, so treat them like you would a mild burn. Don't put any. Be careful of putting extra stuff that you shouldn't. But try to keep the skin moist and moisturized as it's healing. But definitely try to use your sunblock, and don't forget to reapply it, especially if I sweat a lot. So somebody like me that sweats a lot, reapply it, and if you can, the nice thing about technology is another thing is we have some clothing that we didn't have years ago. There's long sleeve shirts that are actually just as cool as a short sleeve T-shirt. So make sure you wear a brim hat. For someone like me who's got a lot less hair, there's not a lot to protect my scalp, so I try to wear a hat if I'm going to be outside for extended periods, and just things like that, especially a brimmed hat to maybe protect your ears and your face. So those are things to consider. And now as far as the actual temperature wise, there is heat exhaustion and there is, heat stroke. So there are things, and heat exhaustion is that where you're getting to the point where, you want to, hey, I need to take a break.
Yeah, so let's start there. Tell us what it is and what the signs of heat exhaustion is.
So heat exhaustion is where your body, you've gotten past that point where you're not just hot, and just sweating. You're getting to the point where your body's like, hey, it's giving you some signs. You need to get to a cool place. You need to sit down. Some of the things that will, give you heavy sweating, which, like I said, someone like me, I can walk outside and just be standing outside this time of year and be sweating. So you're going to kind of know what your parameters are. Your skin, when you're getting into the heat exhaustion stage, your skin's going to actually feel cool, pale, and kind of clammy. So those are some things. Your pulse is going to be fast, but it's going to be a weaker pulse. So nausea, vomiting can be side effects of that. Your muscles start to cramp because you're losing that moisture and things like that. You're actually going to feel kind of tired, weak, maybe even some dizziness, get a headache, because your body's saying, hey, I need to cool off. I need some hydration, and some people might even get to the point where they pass out. So it more just fainting, not loss of consciousness in the sense of like going into a possible coma, but you might get weak enough you'd pass out because your blood flow is not going where it needs to go. So those are some of your symptoms, and those are important to watch for your coworkers, especially if you're someone who is outside. It could be a fellow firefighter, it could be a fellow construction worker, or anybody that might. The heat just takes. So, but some of the treatment for that would be, try to get to a cooler location, obviously. Drink some water, some fluids, get you, Gatorade, stuff like that. There's a lot of different drink mixes out there that have, that you can put in your water. And then just a cool compress, or even if you're at home and you start to feel like that, go take a cool shower. Now not ice cold, it won't shock your system, but just a cool shower. And try to get your body to cool off and sit down and rest.
Now, this occurs before heat stroke, right?
Yes,
so
correct.
This should be a warning sign
Absolutely.
that things that could get worse.
Right, yeah.
And they can get worse rather quickly, right?
Yes, yeah. So you can progress pretty quick to the heat stroke stage, which would be your body. You have the high body temperature, which is pretty much fever, type temperature, 103 or higher. So a much higher temperature. At that point, your skin. Your body's starting to react rather rapidly. So you have the hot, the red, dry skin is what you're looking at now because your body's it's not sweating like it needs to. It's pretty much squeezed everything out, I guess. Your pulse is going to be fast, but it's going to be a stronger pulse because it's trying to get everything circulated and cool your body off. Your headache will be more of a throbbing headache because it's really putting a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Right. You still have the dizziness, the nausea, throwing up. You might have more possibly confusion. So that would be where, like I said, kind of pay attention to your coworkers. If they're not kind of talking or acting like they normally would. Because, it is heat stroke, so you're getting a lot of the side effects like you would kind of like a stroke. Yes. So, and then, of course, the passing out would this would be the loss of consciousness, and this is where, like I said, this is where you're getting to the point where your body you need rapid medical attention at this
And when
point.
you need that buddy to call for you.
Right. Absolutely. Yep.
So if we see somebody showing signs, and they don't necessarily think they're showing signs,
Right.
what would be the best way to help them?
Well, number one is to call 911 because, like I said, your body is getting when you've gone from heat exhaustion to heat stroke, then your body is ready to it's wanting to shut down.
Yeah.
It's so call 911, and so that way you've got everybody moving. Move the person to a cooler location. You might not be able to get them in say air conditioning, but at least in shade where they're try to cool them using maybe cool cloth, things like that. In this situation, you don't give them anything to drink because probably going to throw it up anyway. And then the ambulance is usually going to give them an IV anyway to get those fluids right into their bloodstream. But yeah, so the big thing is to call 911, get the system moving, and get people on the way that can give that immediate medical attention. Because like I said, that you're at the point there where you need that medical attention. So and that so that's the big thing there. So.
And is there people who are more prone to having heat exhaustion or heat stroke? Like, I would think elderly adults or maybe people who work outside all the time.
Right. So, yeah. So, obviously someone who, is older and that, their system, might not respond, as well. And just as we get older, our body's aging, whether we like it or not. It's so the things that we could do when we were in our 20s and 30s, as we get a little older, then our body's not going to respond as well. And so yes, definitely someone who's older, and and if you have some kind of something else, medical condition that that might affect it.
Heart, lung, kidneys,
right,
kind of thing.
Something that could, So you want to make sure that you are paying attention to that. And the other thing too is on the opposite end, when we are younger, we tend to do more before we realize that our, we try to push our bodies more.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, I'm okay, and so when we're younger, we kind of do the flip side where we like, oh no, I'm okay, and I can keep going, when we probably do need to sit down and rest, or we do need to take a break, get some fluids in us. So there is the flip side of, hey, yeah, I need to quit pushing, I need to take a break. So but it is something that we do need to pay attention to.
What about children? If they're out playing, they're focusing on playing, should their parents or guardians or whoever's with them make them take occasional breaks to drink water and things like that?
Yeah, because kids, they get preoccupied with whatever they're doing, and they don't think of it. Just like in the wintertime, I would used to have to get after my kids, to remind them, hey, it's time to come in and warm up, or it's time to change your gloves because they're soaking wet, and your hands, I can tell your hands are getting cold, but and kids tend to, they don't think about those things, and their bodies, the thing especially about younger children is their bodies will compensate to a certain point, and then they just kind of crash. It's not like there's not that gradual as much as so those things to think about, and kind of talking about like hot cars, we were going to talk about that too. So
talking about hot cars.
Yes.
I also saw that heat and humidity exposure, at different temperatures, you should be different levels of cautious. Like they said, above 80, be cautious. Above 86, it can be dangerous. And, extreme is above 92. You should probably, and if it's over 105, don't be outside, and it reschedule plans that you may have.
Yeah, and the heat, with the heat, you've always got the heat index, so what it feels like, and the humidity, in our area does have an effect on that, and tries to, that's something you do try to compensate for. And obviously there's some things if you have a job or something, there's, you're not going to be able, but you do want to adjust your schedule, just like if extreme cold, you want to limit your time, or, and make sure that you're wearing, like we talked about, wearing the appropriate clothing, because the sun is going to have an effect, like we talked about, and sunburns and things like that. So you definitely want to limit your exposure as the heat temperature.
And it's not just one particular time. So the more exposure over time, you get at risk for skin cancers and things as well.
Right. And that is something we talked about when we're younger. We don't think about that. We're like, oh well, my sunburn will turn into a tan, and I'll be good. And but you are correct. That is something that more and more that we're realizing that later on in life, as a kid, you run around with short sleeves or and shorts and barefoot all day, and you don't think about it, but later on it could affect you, and that is something that personally I didn't think about it when I was little, and so now you're like, well, now you have this spot and we have to check it out, and so
maybe remove it or anything.
Right.
So I do want to go back to that sensitive topic of people being in a vehicle, right? So statistically, on average, I read that 37 children die each year from heat stroke after being left in a hot car. You know, that's kind of scary to think about.
It is. It's unfortunately, it seems to be a sign of our times with busyness and things like that, a lot of distractions. And the numbers, that is the average, but the numbers do fluctuate. You know, we have some years where it's been higher, and then we have some years, it's been lower. You know, last year I think it was actually a little bit lower than it was, let's see, last year was 23. I gotta get my years mixed, but it was actually lower than it was the year before.
Oh.
But anything, any number is too high when kids are at that risk. But yes, it is, just like I said, one of those things that we have to pay attention to. You and I were talking before the show, on a sunny 60-degree day, with the car closed up, it can be 110 degrees. The sun is radiating. That heat is not escaping out of the car. It's just kind of like an oven. And so cracking the windows does not allow enough airflow and things like that. So yes, so even on what we would consider a mild day in Kentucky, it's still with humidity, direct sunlight, that plays an effect. So it can actually make the car very warm. And the temperatures can rise very rapidly. They can rise 19 to 20 degrees in just 10 minutes if it's a sunny day. So very rapid rise in that temperature. Some things to remember is if you do see a child unattended, there are actions you can take that to try to help that child. First of all, check the vehicle. There have been times where the vehicle, maybe there is another child, an older child who's there with so somebody who could say, hey, it's getting too hot, let's get out of the car. So don't always assume that just because you see the one child in the car seat, there may be a teenager like laying back in the seat, and we've had we've heard of those instances where somebody was in the car, you just couldn't, didn't see him at the time of the first. But look at the vehicle, try to communicate with the child. You're going to know if the child is in distress, especially if they're not going to communicate with you. Try to get their attention, see if and then call 911 at that point. Call the 911 so the police can come. EMS. So we can make sure that to get the child the attention they need.
The treatment is coming.
Right. Absolutely. If the child looks like they're in distress, like they're not communicating, they look like maybe they've already they're already starting to get to that point where they're in distress, you can get the child out of the car. So that is you are protected by law if it's a good Samaritan and you're legitimately trying to help that child out.
Right.
So don't let them sit there and just keep suffering. Right. So you can do that. You are allowed to do that. But yeah, just remember, some things to think about if you are a caregiver, and you do take the child, especially maybe you're somebody who doesn't take the child to daycare or somewhere every day. Like say, maybe you're a grandparent that you're watching them during the summer and it's, not part of your normal routine. Or your dad and mom's ask you to drop the child off at daycare while they're taking another one to a doctor's appointment or something. Right. Some things you can do, or even if you're just a busy mom and you're zooming everywhere, put a stuffed animal in the car seat when the child is not present. So when the child is there, you put the stuffed animal up front with you so that you can see that something's different. Put your if you're on the way to work, put your briefcase or your laptop or your lunchbox in the back with the child so that you have to physically open the door and see that the child is, so there's that. Set a reminder on your phone, or ask somebody to text you, when you should, about the time you'd average, time you get to work, have your spouse text you and say, hey, did you drop little Johnny off at daycare? So you've got that reminder. There are, I know they've been working on things, car seat manufacturers and vehicle manufacturers have been working on trying to set up devices that would alert you, and there may be some on the market at the, even right now.
Yeah.
But just try to do those things to have that reminder of, so hey, I don't leave my child, because whether, you get busy or not, you wouldn't want to have to live with that, to
Right.
know that it was something preventable.
Right.
So you don't want to have to live with that.
Yeah. Now, if you're not able, or you don't have air conditioning in your house, and it's getting hot in your house, or you're out on the street and it's getting hot, are there places we can go? I would think like go hang out at a mall and cool down if you're.
I would look, I would look for some place. I know, I don't know about, particularly about Radcliff. I think one year when it did get real hot, I think they had the community center. Of course, the community center is usually open for the pool and everything anyway,
Yes.
but that way people could go in and cool off. But yeah, I mean, if you're, close to some place, maybe just, stop in and just, and cool off. I know in some larger cities they do, especially when they do have the heat waves and everything, they do have facilities where they try to make sure that people can get in and cool off. But yeah, just, if you realize you're getting hot, take a minute and find a place to cool off.
Yeah. Okay, so we've kind of covered the illness side of things, but there's still a lot that goes on in the summertime, right?
Yes.
And so let's talk about grill safety. I mean, I'm going to be cooking out this weekend,
Oh,
so, tell us what safety guidelines we should use.
Okay. Yeah, so grills, whether it's a gas grill or charcoal grill, remember that it's got an open flame. So even if you have the really nice black stone with the flat top, underneath is still an open flame because there's propane powering it. When you get your gas grill out, especially if you haven't had it out for a while, and you're hooking up your tank and everything, just check for leaks. Those hoses will get dry rot over time. Maybe a connection is loose. You can do it with like a soapy water solution.
Okay.
Nothing big. Just you can check and it'll start to bubble up. So make sure you check that. Just whether it's a charcoal or a gas grill, check just the integrity of it. As parts start to rust, and you want to make sure it's not wobbly, so you don't want it, falling over or getting knocked over easier because it's not real stable. So make sure that we always tell people keep it at least 10 feet away from your home, especially like any overhangs. Don't use it in your garage. But yeah, keep it away from your home. Vinyl siding. A lot of people don't think of the radiant heat that comes off of a grill. I've heard stories, and I've actually had a neighbor that melted the siding a little bit because they had their grill too close. So when they raised the lid, it was right there, and melted the siding a little bit. And so that's something to consider too. Any overhangs, a lot of people are like, well, I'll do it on the porch, so I won't be out in the sun, or if it starts raining on me. But like I said, you got to remember that it only goes up, and then it can actually start to roll down. So make sure you think about that. Clean your grill periodically. The grease can build up, and so a grease fire is a fire that it can flash, and it could become an issue. So try to clean your grill periodically and clean all that residue off, because that is a fire potential there. Just remember to check with your local, especially if you live in like the cities of E-Town and Radcliff. In those cities, you cannot have a grill on a deck or a balcony.
Okay.
So those are things to remember. Check with your local ordinance, and see what's allowed. But the fire code does say that you cannot have them on decks and balconies. And a lot of people don't like to hear that, but you have to consider, if you're living in an apartment building, there's several families that you could affect. And we have had grill fires where people have had the grills on their deck where they weren't supposed to. Fortunately, most of the damage, people were, somebody called pretty quick, so there wasn't damage to the building, but it doesn't take long, and it could, there's that potential. So make sure that you are checking to what you can and can't do.
Now, here's kind of a iffy question. I wouldn't know how to approach it. So if it is an apartment complex, and you see that your neighbor is grilling out on his balcony, and you ask him, you probably shouldn't do that, or you tell him, hey, you probably shouldn't do that. Is it reasonable just to called the fire department and say, hey, look, we've got a problem, I don't want it to get worse. Now, would you all respond and ask that he put that out, or how does that work?
Typically, the best route to take, because obviously we do apartment inspections, but it would be hard for us to go around,
all
to
of
every
them.
single one when people were, but the best thing to do would be to talk to the management and try to get management to, and a lot of apartments already have that, like in their lease agreement, hey, you can't have a grill. Now that's just like anything else, there are speed limit signs, but that doesn't mean,
Right.
So a lot of people will be like, okay, they sign it and they don't really pay, So definitely the route I would take would talk to the manager first, and then let them, you could call, it would be one of those, we probably wouldn't come out, we wouldn't come out code 3.
Right.
But the best thing would be to try to get the fire marshal to come out, and we would usually do is talk to the manager first and get them to address it. That way, let them use the means that they have. But it is something where we would enforce it.
Yeah.
But we usually try to let them handle it because it's their
easier
responsibility.
that way.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So, this has been really informative, and I want everybody to stay safe outside. Take care of your neighbors. We can only get better when we care for each other. I'm so glad you got to come and speak with me.
Thank you.
I do want to ask, just if we can do it real quick, what about fireworks safety? What should we know?
Our first response is always leave it to the experts and go watch a show, a display, and usually, so that's the big thing. The other thing is don't let children don't let children light the fireworks. Let a grown-up do it. Always have a grown-up do it. Know your local laws, because some cities have, I know Radcliff and E-Town both have times when you can light fireworks and when you can't. So make sure you know, because you don't want to get in trouble for lighting fireworks when you're not supposed to. But definitely make sure you know your local ordinances.
Okay. Again, thank you, Deputy Fire Marshal Crane, for coming out and teaching us something new.
Thank you.
I know I learned a lot. I hope that you guys stay safe with all that you do. And, thank you for watching Issues and Insights, and we'll see you again.